Hi everyone, I'm San, and you're listening to this podcast. As the year draws to a close, we often feel that longing to reunite, to return home. I know many of you listening to this podcast are in various parts of the world. Just the other day, the data told me that San's podcast is being listened to in nearly 50 countries globally, and I was truly surprised by that. It made me realize that so many Vietnamese people are living far from home, in different places, leading such diverse lives. But there's one common thread. We all come back here to listen to something, to feel close. I cherish and appreciate all your feelings and want to share even more, many more, in the upcoming episodes of Sans podcast. And if you didn't know, I've launched a new YouTube channel exclusively for Sans podcast. New episodes will air every Tuesday at 10 p.m. These days, people are getting ready to buy tickets to go home for Tet. My friends are very hesitant because of the pandemic. They're not sure whether to go or not, as returning often means a 7-day quarantine and then what's left of Tet, right? I'm a bit more flexible. I work freelance, so I can go home earlier and celebrate Tet with my family. But this year, I probably won't stay as long as last year. I'll only be there for about 2 to 3 weeks, then I'll head back. In 2022, San has quite a few plans brewing, and I need to dive in really quickly, really early to get started. Otherwise, my plans will be delayed, and I'm quite worried about that. Life is like that, isn't it, everyone? We're caught between our careers, our personal growth, and then there's family, the place we want to return to. Sometimes we have to learn to balance both. Today's topic, it seems San has never shared before, but I've told you that this is a subject I deeply want to talk more about. No family. The idea for this podcast was inspired by a book of the same name, Sans Famille ***. This is a book I read quite a while ago and even shared with you in my video, my favorite books of 2020. If you want to see a more detailed review, you can find that video on my YouTube channel, San Hyen. This book is very famous. It's considered the most renowned novel by French writer Hector Malot, published in 1878. The work won an award from the French Academy of Literature, and many countries around the world have translated and published it countless times. It's truly a novel and a book that I absolutely adore. No matter your age, I believe it's very suitable to read and understand more about the value of family. In the story, the main character is a young boy named Remy. From a young age, he lost his biological parents and was subsequently sold to an old man named Vitalis. His journey with Vitalis began, and many stories unfolded. Vitalis taught young Remy many things, both about music and life experience. He treated Remy like his own son, and Remy, in turn, regarded Vitalis as the great father he always longed for. I was truly deeply moved when I read this book. The journey of Vitalis and Remy, along with their friends, went through so many hardships. There were nights of hunger and cold, and Vitalis even passed away on a bitterly cold night. But until the very end, he always taught Remy to live upright, to love others, to be self-respecting, never to lie, and always to be useful. Honestly, it's a very long book. You might feel a bit sleepy if you're not an avid reader, but for me, it brought so many different emotions. I even wanted to record a video or a podcast immediately after rereading the book for the second time recently. Society and everyone deeply revere the value of family. I myself feel the same way. Family is something very special. It's blood and kinship. But what about children who grow up without a family, without parents? Can they grow into happy adults? It's a truth that as we sit here and talk frankly, have we ever asked ourselves what family truly is? Our parents, our birth givers, our blood relatives, our siblings, are they what truly defines family? If we grow up unfortunately without parents, then who is our family? And ultimately, if we don't grow up in a happy family, does that mean we are failures? I don't believe that's true. There's an undeniable truth. Sometimes we have a family, but things aren't always what they seem. A family that doesn't support each other's dreams, a family that doesn't love each other. Parents constantly compare their children to others, forcing them to be someone else. A child's dream is to become a singer, to stand on stage and perform, but the mother forces them to become a nurse or a doctor because only then will society respect them. Is that truly love when we force a child to live according to our wishes? Is that truly love? And if I had a family like that, would it truly be a family? I believe all definitions in this world are very vague. People say a fierce tiger doesn't eat its cub, but perhaps you've heard the recent story of a very famous star, Britney Spears. On June 23rd, Britney Spears shocked the world with her 30-minute testimony before a Los Angeles Superior Court judge, accusing her father, Jamie Spears, of abusing his conservatorship and treating her like a slave for 13 years. She even claimed he wouldn't allow her to marry or have children. Previously, she had also accused her mother and sister of being indifferent to the pain she endured for so long. Her urgent statement, after years of silence, created a sensation and sparked the Free Britney movement. The power of public opinion significantly helped her achieve major breakthroughs in her legal battle against her father, and she has now permanently ended the conservatorship after 13 years as of last November. Yes, a world-famous star had to fight for 13 years to regain her freedom from her own family. It sounds truly painful and incredibly awful. Of course, I haven't personally gone through what Britney experienced, but when I heard about it, I felt a deep sorrow on her behalf. If a stranger were to force us, it might not hurt as much as those within our own family, the people we think should love us most, who should support our dreams, our lives, our future development, and prioritize our happiness. Yet, everything turned out not to be what we thought. So, if Britney doesn't need a family like that, if she wants to escape and create a new family with her fiancé, with her new life after this, then clearly, what everyone praises about family isn't 100% accurate. I truly believe that out there, some people are struggling with their own families, with painful words from those they love, from their own flesh and blood, and I understand and sympathize with that. I am a fire element, girl, but with a wind element, personality, meaning I like to fly freely, I like freedom. So my mother would sometimes forbid certain things, and her way of thinking was very different. Therefore, sometimes there would be arguments, and I don't like arguments at all. So there were times I thought, does mom not love me? Why doesn't she support my thoughts, my dreams, my desires? In 2019, an accident happened, a bit silly, but I still want to tell you about it. I fell off my motorbike, not because someone hit me, but because I fell by myself. I was on my way to get my hair done, feeling joyful and exhilarated. And precisely because I was so exhilarated, I fell off the bike backward and broke my leg. I'm not sure if it was a complete break or just a bone fragment, but I had to wear a cast for 2 months. And who took care of me during that entire time? Who, immediately upon hearing the news, flew to Saigon to care for me? Who spent so much effort cooking for me every day, helping me take showers with my leg in a cast? Who stayed up late at night because of the throbbing pain that flared up every night when my leg ached? It was my mother. No one else but my mother. Friends could visit, they could come over when I was sick, and I'm very grateful for that. But what I'm even more grateful for is my mother, who endured all those difficulties and cared for me during such times. It really made me think a lot about life, about everything from before. If it weren't for my mother's love, I would never be who I am today. But sometimes, I took that for granted. That period was truly difficult, and I felt a bit lucky because at least I had my mother. But I know that out there, some of you have had to go through everything alone. I know you've had to be so strong to do that. But I believe life will always bring things worthy of that strength. Ultimately, as we grow up, our parents can't be with us forever. Life will change according to how we live each day, according to our daily mindset. Even if we grow up in an unhappy family or have no family at all, we are still individuals with complete value. And if we continue to give love to everyone and live our lives to the fullest, you will certainly never be alone. I secretly think that family is not just blood relatives, not just a place for us to return to. Sometimes, family is in the present moment when we feel shared, when we feel heard, even if they are not our blood relatives. I know it's not easy to meet a stranger and have them love and care for you. But let's think about it. Aren't our parents also strangers? They don't share blood from the start. Strangers marry each other, creating families, and there are so many families in this world. I hope that we will always have family in our hearts. That family is yourself, your self-love for yourself. Even if there's no one around us, start with that self-love and learn to share, to give love to everyone around you, even to strangers. If you feel that family is a place that holds you back, you always have the option to step out and live independently, start your own life. Because in the end, I think family should be a place that makes you feel happier, more protected, more loved, and makes you feel a sense of responsibility towards it. When I recorded this podcast, I didn't really think I would provide a solution or a specific message. I just wanted to share with you that we don't get to choose the family we are born into. We don't get to choose that. So let's not blame fate. Don't think everything is too harsh just because we weren't born into a perfect family, as people often say, or a family that isn't complete, as people might think. Just keep living well and walk your own path. Live the life you desire, and one day you will have a family of your own. Thank you all for listening to today's broadcast from San. I truly hope you have a wonderful time this holiday season, whether you're alone or with someone. San wants to send the warmest hugs to all of you. I'm also a girl who has gone through many things alone, and you are not alone. We are not alone, even if we are those with no family. See you next Tuesday at 10 p.m.